Three former leaders have given their blessing to Scott Morrison's new party rules that make it harder to knife a sitting Prime Minister. The rules echo those introduced by Labor 5 years ago, but won't apply to Mr Morrison unless he wins next year's federal election. Political editor Andrew Probyn reports.
Oh gosh, yes.
There we are. Yeah. So there's the cricket bat in pride of place.
This man's longevity has earned him a library, an innings of 11.5 years as Prime Minister.
In the modern political era, that is truly inspiring.
In the same time John Howard took to amass a vast collection of papers and memorabilia as the nation's leader, Australia's had another half-dozen Prime Ministers. It's a churn the sixth seeks to stop.
The biggest change to how our party deals with these issues in 74 years.
A new rule preventing leadership spills on a sitting Liberal Prime Minister unless 2/3 of the party room agrees. It's a rule change that would have saved the 4th and 5th PMs since Howard.
A very sensible move from the Prime Minister, and he's got my full support.
To try to sort of draw a line under that culture. Now, whether it will work or not, I don't know.
I think it's a sensible change given the history of the last 5 years.
5 years that have seen the Liberal Party at war with itself as much as Labor on climate and energy policy, and no change there.
I've strongly encouraged my colleagues to work together to revive the National Energy Guarantee.
But the Treasurer, the architect of the neg, isn't for turning, persisting with Plan B, an interventionist approach that would see energy companies forced to break up assets if found to be acting uncompetitively.
It's targeted, it's sunsetted, and it's based on a judicial order.
It's a policy that's had to be quickly rejigged after resistance inside the Liberal Party about proposed divestment powers.
Given the Prime Minister has already turned his big stick into a toothpick, will the Prime Minister now abandon his discredited divestment laws, which even his own members do not support?
And that's something coming from the biggest wet newspaper in the Parliament, Mr Speaker.
There's no end in sight to the climate and energy wars that have so haunted this place. But there does seem to be agreement on another hot topic of dispute: encryption laws. The Coalition and Labor have struck a deal that would see spy agencies and police gain access to encrypted messages by terrorists and criminals.
This is a massive step forward for the Australian people in ensuring that our outstanding security and intelligence agencies are actually, in their words, back in the game.
Smile, Ed. You got enough?
After all, this place works best when they work together. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.